So when I first got the Apple Watch Ultra 2, I was pretty stoked, to be honest with you, but I quickly found out there were some issues, let's say, with using it as a running watch or a trail and ultra running watch. So I was trying to find a way I could get all the data that I wanted on my watch while I'm running, whether that's maps, interval workouts, heart rate zones, all of that stuff, and have a really awesome display and a lot of data at my fingertips, eyeballs, I don't know, wrist. So that's when I found the app WorkOutDoors. It is available on the iOS App Store. I believe it was $6.99, a one-time fee. You just download it after you pay, obviously download it, set it up, get it installed. It's very easy to do. And the thing that I like about WorkOutDoors is it is probably the most customizable running display I've ever seen. I mean, literally every screen is customizable like so much. You can choose any metric you want just about. Hey, before we get any further though, be sure to scroll down, click that thumbs up button, and click the subscribe button, all that YouTube stuff. It really does help out a lot and I would appreciate it. So on the bottom of the app, once you get it opened up, if you take a look, there's all these screens, you know, for running, indoor running, strength session, cycling, hiking, all sorts of different activities that you can do, and you can set up custom displays for each of them. But for me, being a runner, let's go ahead and dive into the running screen and how I set mine up specifically. So on the first page, I have the profile selected as the overview, and you can change this to a lot of different things, which will give you custom displays or custom metrics. For me, I went with the overview, and I went with the second from the right on the layout and kind of the medium font size. If you click on the actual display on the right, so if you click on the field on the right that you want to edit, so for me, I'm clicking on the miles there at the top, the 7.25, you can see you can change it to anything. I mean, pace, elevation, anything. I mean, tons of stuff you can put on here, but for me, I wanted to have my miles right at the top. Below that, I've got pace, and that is current pace. I could change that to be, you know, pace based off the GPS, speed, current speed, intensity, calories, steps, anything. Then also below that, I have my heart rates. That is my current heart rate. So I like to be able to see what I'm currently at. And then below that to the left, I have the elevation gain. And then to the right of that, I have my cadence. And if you want to get more fields, you just click on the little button to the right there to go to the, what is that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 fields of data that you can customize, which is just ridiculous. So if you go back to the screens here, you can see there are multiple. And I'm going to click on the second one, which I have set up as an elevation screen because, you know, being a trail runner, I like to know a lot of my trail specific data, whether that's the percent of the grade that I'm going up or coming down, how much elevation gain I have gained or lost, and then the altitude that I'm currently at, lots of different features. And as you see, I've got the data field on the right, which has the 10 metrics that I could customize, and I did customize all of them. So in the top left, I've got my absolute altitude being exactly what I'm at that time. To the right of that, that is my relative altitude. That's based off of where I started. Below that is the elevation gain, and to the right is the descent. And then below that to the left, we have the percent grade, then to the right, the average grade, an elevation graph, which is pretty cool. My elevation pace, which is the average elevation gain per minute over the workout. And then of course my miles and my time overall on that one. And what's great about this, which I'll show you, is when you're actually out there running, if you click on any of these fields, it opens up and provides you more data on the watch instantly. So you can see a bigger graph, or you can see the elevation gain. It's really pretty stinking awesome. Going back to the main running screens here, the third one that I have selected is the map. And so for me, that's the map with the 3 fields on the bottom. On the bottom left, I have the miles, then I have my pace, my current pace, and my heart rate, and then obviously the map. And this is a very detailed map. It has contour lines, street names, points of interest, everything you would want in a map, honestly, if you're gonna be out navigating in the mountains. It's really pretty awesome. And again, if you click on those fields, they get bigger. You use the digital crown on the right of the watch. You can zoom in or out on the map. Touch the map, you can move it around all over if you're trying to navigate maybe where you need to go. I was out on a run just this past weekend where I ended up cutting it short, and I had a GPX route that I was following on my other watch, and I didn't want to do that because my legs were shot, quite frankly, and I needed a new route to get back. So I pulled up the map on my WorkOutDoors app on the Apple Watch Ultra 2, and I was able to see that if I continued on the path that I was on, it would actually take me out quicker and cut out about 4 miles. So that's what I did. And it was pretty awesome to have that ability to do that. And then the last display that I have is kind of just some graphs. And again, you can see it's the heart rate zones, the heart rate graph, the trail map, which kind of shows exactly where I have been, elevation graph, my activity ring bars, the speed, miles, and the time. And again, you can change that, all of those fields to anything that you want, really. It's so customizable, it's crazy. And you can do that for everything. All of these different activities you can customize however you want. On the bottom, if we go to the routes, you can actually import GPX routes, which was a huge flaw of the Apple Watch Ultra 2. You could not import a GPX route to the native app. This you can, which is huge for us ultra and trail runners that sometimes are required to have the route on our watch or a phone so that we can navigate should the course maybe get vandalized and some of those course markings get moved. To do that, all you do is click the import button. Here I've got a couple of different routes pulled up. We'll pull up the Pikes Peak 100. Now this is not actually a race, it's just a route that somebody designed that I'm looking at maybe doing next year as a fun thing. But if you see, it shows you the distance, the elevation, it shows that it's not on the watch yet. You can zoom in and view things around if you want and see all these contour lines. Zoom back out. If you touch the elevation graph and drag, you can see exactly where it goes. It's pretty neat, and you just simply click send to watch. It's that simple to send to your watch. So now if we go to the maps button on the bottom, you can see that this is a very detailed map. If we zoom in, you can see this is in the Manitou Springs area. It shows, there's the Twin Spring, the Our Lady of Perpetual Help Catholic Church. This is Ruxton Road, which takes you up to the Manitou Incline. That GPX route is the actual Pikes Peak 100 route. It shows up on the map because I have downloaded it. But then you can see the incline, you can see 2 miles, all these different interesting points here, Rocky Mountain, the elevation on the mountains. It's very, very detailed. And in order to download a new area, I've already done this for my watch, but basically you just click on it and then drag like that right there, and you can download those tiles and transfer them to the watch. And then that way that map is available on your watch, even if you don't have any cell phone with you, you don't have connectivity. It's available offline, which is just awesome. And then if we dive into the settings button on the bottom there, you can see there are so many different options that you can set up on this. It is just ridiculous. Alerts, you can set up, distance alerts, step alerts, calories, ascent, descent, pace, heart rate zones, all sorts of different alerts that'll pop up and give you a notification that you need to either do something or pay attention to. You can export, GPX files, TCX files, fit files. You can select what type of data you want to export, which is huge. It's a big reason I wanted to get this app was to export fit files so I can do videos for you guys on YouTube. But you can set up your heart rate zones, put in the data, whatever you need. I mean, there is literally so much that you can do, and there's the user guide that you can access as well to learn really how to set this up. But then once you have done some runs, they show up here under the workouts tab. And if I just click on this Saturday morning run here, you can see that it gives you a nice display on the app, on the phone. You can see the pace, the elevation, heart rate, calories, steps. You click on any of those, you can see that the graph kind of changes colors based on the percent grade to show where it was really steep. It's pretty darn awesome. And if you want to export it, all you do is click that export button and you can click what type of route you want to share. It's really that simple. As far as using it on the watch, it is very simple. I actually have mine set up to be on the top right corner, or if I hit the action button here, it'll start a workout and pull up the screen. Shows a little start button right there, and all you gotta do is click start and it starts the activity for you. At the top, you see those blue bars. That is the GPS connectivity to let you know that you are connected. You can see the heart rate as well. And you just click the start button, it's all it does, and it starts your activity. To swipe screens, you just use your finger and you can go between those different screens, those displays you have set up. It's very, very simple to do. When you're ready to stop, you just push the action button and the button on the right-hand side at the same time, and that'll pause the workout. And then if you hold the screen down for about 2 or 3 seconds, another screen will pop up and ask if you want to end the workout, resume, that kind of thing. It's just really that easy. And then when you finish the workout, you can see all that data on the watch as well without having to go into your iPhone. You can see everything about the run on the screen, which is really nice. And then you can upload to Strava. You can set it up to actually upload automatically. It just works so flawlessly. It's the way the Apple Watch should have worked on its own, quite frankly. But there's probably so much more to the WorkOutDoors app that I did not cover because it is so extensive. So definitely look below in the description. There's a link to go to the website. You can view the user guide on the website. This is not sponsored by them. I'm getting nothing from them for that. Just helping you guys out, and you can really learn a lot about all the features and ways you can customize the app. Well, if you're considering getting the Apple Watch Ultra 2, but you wanted to see about the metrics available to you, well, this WorkOutDoors app should do that for you and be able to set up to be a really good running watch for at least up to about 16, 17 17 hours. But if you're interested in the Apple Watch Ultra 2, take a look on your screen. You can see my full in-depth review from an ultra runner's perspective. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate you all, and I'll see you in the next one.